You had mentioned earlier, sometimes everyone coming back from Iraq has PTSD. Well, we hear a lot about the sights, sounds, and smells of war, kicking down doors and helicopters and the smell of your rifle, those types of things. But we don't often talk about just the sights, sounds, and smells of coming back home. I got a Dear John letter. And I came back and I could see the places we used to go, hear our song on the radio, smell her smell at the Bed Bath Beyond Works, whatever the hell that place is called. I had to deal with readjusting that had nothing to do with my combat experience, because I had lost my girlfriend. And guys come back every day with those types of experiences. Not necessarily combat, just coming back, the process of coming back, everything that's involved of coming back. That's why that's why I'm really that's why I really like the VA vet centers. The Department of Veterans Affairs operating these community-based vet centers where a veteran can come in without even having to have a diagnosis of a disorder, without any fears of being prescribed medication. Just come in and talk about anything that they experienced during their time coming home. The vet centers see the veteran and their family. And with over nearly 300 locations nationwide, there's one near nearly every veteran, and that's what I hear a lot. I hear a lot of guys coming back don't want to go to the hospital. Whether it's the VA hospital or any hospital, they don't want to go to the hospital. For good reason. They hear stories, rumors, true or untrue, of all the problems and how hard it is to go to the hospital and all appointments and all these types of hassles. Of course, not all of them are true, but they're true to them because they hear them from their friends and they think of how difficult of a step it might be to go to the hospital. And if they just have a problem talking to their wife, why go? That's why we have the vet center. You can just walk in, talk to a counselor, just fill out one piece of paper, and you're good to go. I worked at the vet center for 4 years now. I started working at the vet center just about a year after I got back. I found it by accident, fell in love with the program, and luckily they were hiring for a position that just did outreach. And I said, here's an opportunity for me to give back. I can start really finding these veterans who are getting back from Iraq and Afghanistan and letting them know that, hey, there's an option for you. There's a place you can come, a safe place that you can talk without any fears of retribution from the military unit or the job or anything like that. No fears of being diagnosed with a disorder, no fears of being prescribed medication. You just come in and talk to somebody. And that's what we pride ourselves on. The majority of the counselors at the vet center are veterans themselves. I'm a veteran. And they can come in and really feel like they're safe. Yeah. Now, I switched to social work just simply because I felt that I could finally help. Here's my way to give back. I was working with the vet center, giving education and training to a lot of veterans coming back, but I wanted to take that one step up. I wanted to go one extra level and say, what? I don't want to just train the veterans. I don't want to just tell them about the vet center. I want to actually help them at the vet center. Be a counselor myself. Take all the things that I've learned about my transition. Take the fact that, I went through a very, very tough time coming back and let them know that, hey, what? You can do it too. If I did it, you can do it. And I really feel that me being in the social work profession now, training to be a clinical social worker eventually, that this is my opportunity to give back. This is my opportunity to pass on what I've learned. Well, one of the most exciting things about the Vet Center now is how many new locations they're opening. You know, when I was hired, we had around 200. Now, only 4 years later, we have almost 300. So, you're hard-pressed not to find a vet center. Here in North Texas, we have 4. Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington, Mesquite. And in each location are veteran counselors that you can connect with. You know, we really pride ourselves on how fast we can get someone in. If you were to call a vet center now, someone answers the phone, not a machine. And we usually get people in within 1 week. Vet centers operate normal business times, but most vet centers have staff who will sometimes stay late in the evenings or on the weekends and do a lot of outreach to the community. So we actually have counselors that will travel to other cities once or twice a week to have a group or see individual clients. So we really try to meet the veteran where they are. Not just where they are physically, but where they are on their journey. And not everyone comes in with PTSD. Some people come in just general problems. And we're going to meet them where they are on their journey and help them through it. You know, there's nothing magic that a counselor does. It's all the veteran. You know, and that's what I tell a lot of the veterans that I see, is that, look, the counselor's not going to do some sort of magic, you know, to kind of like all of a sudden cure you. You know, it's really you. It's really you just being willing to be part of really just you just learning the tools that you need to readjust back to normal life.